Hi, ho everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 181. In today's episode, I return. As we speak, we just ended it, and my throat is killing me, but I made it. Talk about that. Discuss spoiler-free Rob and I's opinions on Guardian of the Galaxy, and then pretty much from there on out, it's Fight Night Round 2. Who's fighting? Who's winning? Who's losing? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Probably all of the above. Feel free to let us know. Thank you very much for watching and listening. And let's get into
it. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. There's got to be a way to make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much-needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton, with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Compared to the phone plans you pay right now, think about how much that could save you. That's a little bit extra for groceries, a little bit more padding on rent, maybe an extra date night for you and your partner. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/GG. Guys, summer's coming, and you know what that means. Let's get this out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking about your balls. Not just your balls, but your general body hair. Summer does not play well with us, with the heat, the sweat. It is not fun. I use Manscaped products all the time. It's just so convenient and so easy. Everyone at GG Over Easy here loves using Manscaped products. You know, we want to look nice for our partners. We don't want to look super scruffy, and I don't want it to be a jungle down there, you know? Especially with summer around the corner, it's more important than ever to stay trim and stay confident. I use the Lawnmower 4.0 all the time in the shower. It's waterproof, it's cordless, and it's just great to round out my grooming routine. It's time to get ready for Hot Guy Summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with code GG. That is 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com. Trim your chesticles with the besticles.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 181. I have returned. Hey, hi, how are you?
You sound better today.
I'm fortunate. You know how it is. But
I feel that.
While I'm here, I don't know how much. I'm probably not going to talk as much as usual. And hey,
that's okay.
Maybe some people hearing that, like, Pog, thank God. You know, he talks too much as is.
I disagree.
Thanks. It is day 15. Give it up for day 15 of this sore throat. I don't even know how that's possible. I also have to watch because if I talk too much,
is it
I'm gonna start coughing? No, because I went in.
Really?
Yeah, I went in while you guys were doing the podcast last week. I went in to the doctor's because I was like,
"Hey, Christian, welcome back."
Hey,
he's back.
He's a regular. Hey, give me a minute. This is like day.
Give him the discount. Just kidding.
No, oh no, charge him extra. He was like day 8, and I'm like, Doc, what the fudge? Like, I hadn't come in earlier because I knew it wasn't strep. And I was like,
oh, you have little white specks or little holes
and I don't just I've had sore throat. It didn't feel the same. And I was like, it's just a bad sore throat. I'll give it a couple days. I feel like day 4 or 5. I'm like, okay, gotta be nearing the end. So come day 8, nothing. In fact, I would say it's probably worse. I was like, all right, I'm over this. I need to figure out, like, I just need to get this done because I can't do anything. Because after like day 6 or 7, the thing is, most of like the cold symptoms went away because for a while I had a whole bunch of runny nose or stuffy nose. It was in between.
Just had the
aches,
works.
chills. It was like overall. I was like, okay, it's sore throat mixed with like a cold or something.
Was it the vid?
No, the cold went away, but then the sore
Shout
throat.
out to the jab.
The sore throat like probably just got worse. And I'm like, okay, I need to get this figured out. So I went in, wasn't sore throat or strep. And so they concluded it was like a weird viral strain of sore throat. And they're like, yeah, we can't do anything. Like, can't treat it. All we can do is minimize the symptoms. And the viruses usually last like 10 to 14 days. Well, I'm on day 15, and I will say it's the best it has been.
That's good.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So it is progressing, but it's just ridiculous that it's day 15. Like, there couldn't have been a worse cold for me to get. Anything else. Like achy
True.
body or something. Fine. But I can still talk.
Stuffy nose, you can kind of work around, you know?
Stuffy nose, you know, take some something for my sinuses, and I can get a couple hours out maybe or something. Take a hot shower. But with this, nothing. Couldn't do anything. So, here today, we recorded one video yesterday. It didn't help.
You don't know you can make 2 out of that? You could squeeze maybe 2 out of that.
It's already edited, actually, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
But recorded that video.
That's fun.
Definitely paid for it.
Very fun.
But it was fun. Because what ended up happening was during all this, I did record one video, and that was our Dream Team Guardian Games video. Because that was after like my sinuses were done. So I was like, okay, I can talk now. Because at a point it was stuffy, and I was like, I think I'm on the outs of the sore throat.
Turning the corner.
Yep.
Some would say.
And that was probably the worst thing I could have done because it was. I can't imagine that helped. It probably made things worse, and then it just kept escalating until probably like a day or two ago, where it felt like it's starting to be on the mend. That was a mistake, which is also why I didn't even try to push it. That was like best case, maybe I get like 30 minutes to record. But then what's the damage? Like, is that going to artificially extend this for a couple more days? Not worth it.
Yeah.
So here I am. I have some warm chai for my throat. There's only so much honey and tea a man can drink. I'm popping the maximum amount of ibuprofens a human can. They gave me this mouthwash, but it's like prescription mouthwash. It's like thicker than Pepto-Bismol, tastes worse than Pepto-Bismol, and you have to gargle it for 2 minutes.
Oh,
miserable. But it's essentially just straight up lidocaine. So it just, even my entire tongue, my mouth, it's just numbed. Just gone.
I don't like that feeling. Like I
imagine Fruit probably loves that feeling.
For the first 5 minutes, I don't like it because, like, when you try to swallow, ironically, it feels like your throat's
wrong,
closed. Yeah, because you're like, you can't. I'm swallowing, but it doesn't feel right. But then once your body gets used to it, yeah, it's a nice like 30 minutes of just.
I remember one of the first times I had like numbness in my mouth. I was like maybe like 8 or 10, something like that, at the dentist. And I just couldn't feel like this side of my mouth. And I was like, whoa, that's weird. I remember biting down on the side of my cheek until I could hear like a, and I was like, oh my God, okay, stop. like I was like, oh my God, like that's crazy. And then like 2 minutes later, I'm like bleeding in my mouth on the side because I literally just like cut my cheek over from biting down on it so hard. That's the first time I learned about numbness.
Speaking of that, I just got back from my pre-op meeting because since doing all this and being sick, I got a call that there'd been a cancellation for the surgery I've been waitlisted on. And originally it was going to be like August, but your boy got moved up to the 23rd. So
that's nice.
It is nice, but as I keep, that's 11 days from now.
Dude, I've seen you cram way harder than that. You know, like I've seen you do.
It doesn't mean he likes to.
Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't mean I like to, but also that was when I know my voice could do it. Because I'm still at the point where, like, maybe I could push out one video today. Maybe. I gotta get cranking. Because the other thing, too, is this cold essentially put me out for as long as the surgery is going to. For about 2 weeks. Except I didn't have notice. I had a couple of videos recorded, but that's why it's been so sporadic, and I don't have anything. So not only am I behind, just because I haven't been posting anything, I'm going to try and do it. Now, granted, I'm not going to prepare like I normally do. I'm not going to prepare for the same amount of uploads as if I was doing it normally.
You're double uploading, yeah. Like,
yeah, I'm probably going to go for like shoot every other day. If maybe once every video every 3 days or something, that's fine. I'm not going to kill myself for it. But the good news is it's happening, so that ideally I can get going, because we talked today at the pre-op thing. Once I'm done with this, they say I should be able to return to talking normally to like work after 2 weeks. But
okay,
the main things, soft foods for only, well, it's like liquids for the first week. And then like, because there's a difference, then like thicker liquids for the next week.
Like if you like put a cheeseburger in a blender type of shit. Like
first one's like real blended smoothies or juices, blah blah blah. Second week's like ice cream, other amounts of blended things if I want, which like they're like you could blend a hamburger. I'm like, I'm not going to, but
I'm not doing that.
That sounds miserable. And then then they'll let me know what it's looking like. But soft foods like eggs and mashed potatoes and stuff for another like 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
And they'll come out. That's gonna be the worst part. Should be able to talk after 2 weeks. Once I'm completely healed, going to get braces. She had a rough timeline, but no way of knowing until I get in there. But probably about 6 months in braces, and then surgery. So I'm hoping if I can line it up, if I get to choose, I will do it like April of next year. I wanted to do it earlier. Yeah, but I was thinking, because if I do it like in December, rip, and I can't work in December, and that's the best time for ads, right?
Yeah.
January would be ideal to start, but the healing process is like 2.5 to 3 months. And I was thinking about it. Final shape comes out like end of February, so I don't want to be unable to talk for like March, because that's going to be.
Yeah, dude, we need our IGL. Like, come on.
Yeah. So.
Doc, I got an IGL. I cannot do January.
Bro, listen, you got to push it to April, bro. All right.
He goes, no. I get
final
it.
shape.
Oh,
like, yeah.
He goes, oh, thank you for saying that. Like, I can't do surgery that day either.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that reminds me. Yeah, we day one raiding. So yeah, in a perfect world, schedule it for early April, and then roughly healed by then the fall for gaming and stuff. But that's
well, I'm glad you're getting it. I guess the pre-op one sooner rather than later, because I know you were kind of bummed that potentially Fruit Summit. Does this impact Fruit Summit at all, or is it like kind of Fruit Summit still in the air type of thing right now?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But at the very least, it's less disruptive and pretty much everything else. And I can now, if I did want to try and schedule things or like whatever. The issue there was it was just so up in the air. I was like, well, I don't know, and it could be moved, and it could blow up, but now I know.
So this op that they just do small insertions like here, right? Like they're not going like in, right? They're kind of small little
2 incisions on both sides. Going in, stitching some stuff up. Because like Arios asked, in the most layman terms, you have your jaw, you have your skull, they meet. And then assume there's like a little disc. We're humans. It's sick. There's a disc in between your 2 bones. Because otherwise it would just be bone on bone, and that's like when my jaw locks. That's what
we don't like that.
So you have a disc. That's
a bursa sac
gliding around that lets you hinge. Essentially, they're stitching those in place. because the problem is mine are always dislocated. So they're gonna do that. That's that surgery. Temporary relief. Get braces. To then align my teeth for the surgery. And then they get on in there, break my jaw, and all that good stuff.
That sack reminds me. Back in soccer, when I was playing, there's like one of those little things in your elbow joint as well. I got absolutely hammered in soccer one time, and like my elbow slammed to the ground. I popped that little sack that's like in there. So like there was like, if I like did this like it would just like drip and have like a little big bubble. So I had to have it like drained and stuff. And then they just go back and kind of, yeah, it sucked. It hurt really bad, but it looked cool.
That's all that matters.
So I don't know if they have the same kind of discs in the mouth and the elbow, but I get it. So
you've been there, you know.
I got good luck, soldier.
Thank you. One or two things before we finally get to fight night, believe it or not. First off, new Guardians. I want to hear from you, Rob, because you had quite the take. Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. There's got to be a way to make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much-needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton, with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Compared to the phone plans you pay right now, think about how much that could save you. That's a little bit extra for groceries, a little bit more padding on rent, maybe an extra date night for you and your partner. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/GG.
I loved it. I loved it. Like
you didn't just love it though. What was
I dare I say my favorite Marvel movie I think I've ever seen.
The ultimate take.
It's easily my favorite out of the Guardians. Like more than 1 and 2. Definitely better than 2, but like 1 is pretty close. Like but yeah, man, I also am a softie for animals, and I feel like this really revolves around the
Claire was
idea of animals movie. And you know there's only like one scene that I thought was like, all right, like did we need that? And I saw an explanation of it that made it a little bit better from James Gunn.
Spoilerish or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
It happens at the end of the movie when they're all talking at the bar. And they're all kind of yeah.
I know.
So that was like the only thing in the movie that I really had a gripe with. But other than that, dude, I loved it. The first F-bomb in Marvel, and I thought it was well placed. Great. This was one of those ones where the jokes hit. Everyone in my theater was having a good time. No peripherals around me where it was like they're distracting me from this movie. I had a great experience and I loved it a lot. It's probably my favorite Marvel movie, maybe just a little bit ahead of Infinity War. Cause like it was one of those movies where it like makes you like worry about your cast of heroes, I think, actually. Because I think in every other kind of Marvel movie you don't have to do that. And this is one of the few where I was constantly worried about my heroes. And I like that. And I felt like those feelings were warranted and not so much cheaply given, you know. I felt like they were all definitely warranted. So great movie, my favorite Marvel movie ever. I'd give it like a 9.5 out of 10. The reason why it's only not a 10 out of 10 is because that just weird like All right, like that was weird. Mr. Westlow, have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. So,
When do you plan on seeing it?
probably this weekend,
Okay.
and then I'll give my
Yeah, I would love to know what you think. Maybe
extra
next week we
spoiler
can have
free
a
review.
spoiler talk about it. Because I think like after 2 weeks, I feel like that's kind of the
100%.
lull of Marvel movies where it's like, all right, if you don't care about spoilers, or like if you care about spoilers, you already saw the movie. You know what I mean? There are some Marvel movies I haven't seen yet. Like I still haven't seen the newest Black Panther. I haven't seen I haven't finished the Marvel series, which I need to now because the Marvels are coming soon, and that looks fun. That's probably one of my favorite trailers I think I've seen for a Marvel movie is the Marvels. I think that's a really fun trailer. But yeah, loved it. What do you think, Mr. Fruit? Oh, is Olive eating something? Okay. Trying to I'm trying to my favorite Marvel movies are Infinity War, this one, and probably Guardians 1, honestly. And then Endgame, of course, as well, but I like Infinity War more than I liked Endgame.
I gotta agree. I definitely did like Infinity more than Endgame. I think I don't know. I guess I haven't hit the Marvel burnout like everyone else has.
Oh, I did.
And so I think a lot of people are like, "Oh man, finally a good fucking Marvel movie." But for me, I've just been like, I I've been liking them, Sag. But if this one, brings back the excitement for Marvel movies, I'm all for it. But
Well, I
I'm
was
interested in seeing it. I love Guardians. Guardians is probably my favorite continuous series they've done. So
I would say my fandom for Marvel movies was a little flame, just a little wick of flame that was going. And then James Gunn literally just took a bunch of kerosene and gasoline and then threw it on to that and then turned that fire and pointed it to DC and went, "I'm over there now." And I went,
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
I really liked it. There are a lot of people saying it was their favorite, like you. I wouldn't put it that high. In fact, Claire, I think, agreed she would put it probably first or second for her. And I was like, I don't know. And so I sort of ranked them. I went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'd be about fifth or sixth.
Let's dissect this, Claire. I need to really look
at she's like, where would you put it? And at first I was like, I don't think it'd be top 5. But then she's like, wait, that's not high. But I literally meant I think it'd be 6th. And I looked at a list.
First out.
Yeah. I looked at a list and I think it would be 5th or 6th. Only behind things like Ragnarok, Infinity War, and Endgame. The first Iron Man. There's another one somewhere in there.
Endgame or Infinity War?
There's one more or something, but one is it's way up there for me still because I looked at there's 30 Marvel movies, and also going back when I was ranking them,
some stinkers,
a lot more stinkers than I remember. I was like, plus I went according to ranking. I think third highest is Wakanda Forever.
In the sense of
a highest rating between critics.
Oh, grossing. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's Wakanda Forever would be probably bottom 10 for me. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe bottom 5. I did not like that movie.
I know people really liked it, but then there's and
there's also some other
yeah.
But it was so meh. But that's how I've been feeling about a lot of Marvel movies. But this one was like, oh sheesh, this hit. The biggest hit for I would put No Way Home, or not No Way Home.
Far From Home,
or whatever the most recent Spider-Man.
Miles Morales.
No, what's the most?
No, the most recent one. No Way Home.
Oh, it was No Way Home. Yeah, I'd put that up there. That's probably top 5 for me. But since probably No Way Home, this has definitely been the best Marvel movie for me. Um, and also a great movie, elevated for me because Nathan Fillion. Had no idea he was going to be in it. I'm watching the beginning credit scenes. Names are popping up. Nathan Fillion. I'm like, babe, I said Nathan Fillion. She's like, what? I didn't see it. I was like, I swear I said Nathan Fillion.
I swear I said.
I was like, wait a minute. And so sure enough, he was in it. My only gripe is, I wouldn't really say it's a spoiler, but like he's not a superhero, like a Marvel superhero. So like he was in that movie.
If they use him for a movie now, like they can't.
Right, like that's pretty much all it's going to be for him. I'm just a Nathan Fillion simp.
Maybe he'll be a DC hero though. Maybe this is his way into DC. You know, James Gunn's taking everything, and he's like, "Hey, let's just throw you into Marvel, and we'll have, I don't know,
well, it's just,
the Martian Manhunter."
Massive.
You've got one of those. I got one of those too. Yeah. Hate him. He did a great job. But yeah, movie as a whole, great villain too. This was nice. Like, was it? Well, and the thing too with this film was like, he was easy to hate. He made a good villain.
Yeah.
Overall,
but also
yeah,
had like a plan and agenda that like makes sense. You know what I mean? That like what he's trying to achieve. Like it's not just like I'm trying to take over the world. Like.
Overall, only positive things. I just wouldn't put it like my number 1 or 2, but it would still be way up there. I think.
Now,
great into the series.
Now forget about Marvel in general. Okay, I think it might be one of the best movie trilogies ever. Like one of like the best. Like if you take every film, like I think it's like it holds its own. Like in terms of like the best. Like I would say like this trilogy is on par with like the original Star Wars trilogy. Like it is good from beginning to end, and I dare say it gets better at the end than it does at like the middle and the beginning. I think it's one of because I was thinking about that as I came out. Other than like John Wick, I can't really think of other like a trilogy of movies that I loved about the same throughout the whole trilogy. Like there's not like if you look at the Iron Man trilogies, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, Iron Man 3 and Iron Man 2 kind of stink," you know. Oh, Thor's trilogy, I like.
Just forget Dark World.
Captain America's is kind of okay. I don't think he really has a trilogy though. He only has 2 movies.
Well, for me, Dark Knight still reigns supreme. That trilogy's hard to beat for me.
See, I would say it's about on the same level as Dark Knight.
That's fair. I'm just biased. Like,
yeah.
My personal opinion, it's gonna be hard to beat Dark Knight trilogy. The only thing about Guardians, and to be fair, most trilogies have this problem. Guardians 2 for me was kind of a miss. Because like I'm trying to remember it. I don't even really remember it. I kind of just like.
Which one?
The second one.
That's the one where like, he meets his dad.
Yeah, I was very about that one. But the first and third, that's just it. Like you point out, like even the trilogies, like even in the Batman, Dark Knight Rises is definitely the weakest. Each trilogy has usually some movie.
Like some sort of fall off.
Yeah. So I'd have
like
to
the
look.
original Spider-Mans.
Yeah. I'd have to look. I would definitely put that above the Spider-Mans. It's up there. Again, I'd probably say at least top 5 trilogy-wise, but I have to look at all the trilogies. But as far as like superhero trilogy of the Marvel universe, I think it wins for sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think like many other Marvel movies have 3 in the series. Like
we have Iron Man,
Thor, Iron Man.
Thor is 4. Captain America had 3.
I don't know if
because he had the first Avenger or whatever.
First Captain America, where he fights Red
Winter
Skull.
Soldier, and then Civil War. Technically, Civil War was a Captain America movie, even though it was kind of all over the place. Yeah, I'd put it above all those. Though. Thor looks a lot better if you take out Dark World, because technically it's a quadruplet.
Cool.
I don't know what you would call
it.
Technically,
yeah, because Ragnarok would be 3.
Oh, and then Love and Thunder's 4. But anyhow, Guardians, good stuff. But it's going to be hard. I mean, what a mistake. Coming before the blockbuster, critic acclaimed, mega hit, Fast X, baby. How is it? It's done, dude.
It's not going to be
Not
able to
gonna hold a
compete.
candle, bruh. The storytelling in this one's gonna go burr. Let me tell you. When
Are
we
you going to
figure
go see
out,
it?
when we figure
When
out
Jason
Vin
Momoa says
Diesel
we
has
are
a
the Fast
20th
X.
removed brother, bro, you're gonna lose your mind, bro.
This is so Fast X of us. Like, he said it. No,
Well,
but I mean this though. I think The Flash is going to be my favorite movie ever. Like, I keep seeing the trailer for that, and I want to hate it because Ezra Miller's a piece of shit. But God, that movie looks so sick. Like, it looks so good. When does that come out? Flash.
I forget which movie director it was, but it was one you
June
wouldn't
16th.
expect. I remember who it was. But
Is it the guy
somebody,
doing it?
no, a different Hollywood director saw an early screening or something. And it was somebody you wouldn't expect and came out and he said, like, one of the greatest movies he's ever seen. And, like, inspired him. And he's like, this is what...
Peak cinema is.
And it was somebody you wouldn't expect. I'm trying to remember who it was. But it was...
Martin Scorsese.
For some reason, I want to say yes, but I don't think so.
I was like, he hates...
Yeah. Even if Scorsese likes a superhero movie, I think he'll say he hates it.
Yeah.
He's just so vehemently against it. It might have been Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Really?
Something like it was somebody where it's just like you don't really expect, and then they're like, "This is great." I don't know.
But, yeah, like this was awesome, and like James Gunn is now the Kevin Feige of DC, right?
Pretty much it.
All about that. Like I'm all like now I can see. Like I told Sydney about this that like people forget. Like I think didn't like in the middle of filming Marvel fired James Gunn or something like that, and then they were gonna move on with Guardians 3 with a different director. And then all the actors were like, if James Gunn's out, we're out or something.
Something like that.
But yeah, I swear that happened. Like in like pre-peak COVID time.
The only thing I'll forever hold against him is leaving out my boy Henry. But aside from that, I'm excited.
I thought it was like more so like not James' decision to hold out Henry. I thought it was like somebody else's.
He came in and he's like, because that was the whole thing when Henry just announced, like, hey, I'm coming back. And Warner Brothers like, hey, you're coming back. And then James Gunn comes in and goes, ooh, yeah, funny thing about that, Henry.
I got Jack Black as as our Superman.
But so he did say that some amount of people from Guardians, the cast, will be coming over to his DC universe. So,
hell fucking yeah. I'm all about that. And then in 2040, we get a Marvel vs. DC movie. Like somehow, yeah.
I don't think they would ever agree to that. I feel like their egos are.
We have to win.
Like no.
I respect that, but that's insane code, my guy.
We'll get the Marvel. We'll get the Mario Cinematic Universe Smash Brothers before we get
DC vs. Marvel movie.
It would be great.
Justice League versus Avengers.
Oh, for sure, man.
Well, and the thing too is, can you imagine if they did the outcry from both fandoms? Because in any matchup, if any hero wins, bro, that's so not real, dude. You know, so and so beats so and so. 12. Yeah, but in the movie, and then
there's
you got to
no way
think
that guy loses. Man, they nerfed him so hard. Thanks, Marvel.
I would like to think they're at a table for the movie. You Sony on one side, or Marvel on one side, DC on the other side. It's like a bidding war. All right, so first up we have Superman versus I don't freaking know, like Captain Marvel. Who do we want? And it's like a bidding war. All right, that one goes to Captain Marvel. Next matchup, and then it's just they're fighting for our character's got to win, dude. That's not fair, bro. Batman should win that easy.
Like Batman versus Iron Man. That'd be sick.
Well, I was thinking
Tony Stark's dead, bro.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is how we're starting fight night with our own like.
Well, true. I was thinking who would win, but it reminds me of like Stan Lee's quote or whatever. Like whoever wins is however the writers wants to write it.
Whoever the writer wants.
Because like when you compare different people from different universes and stuff, it's like it's whoever the writer wants to win. That's who wins the matchup.
Yeah.
Which, in fact, Joey sent me. I guess he did like a little anime matchup or something
Oh
on
yeah.
a stream or something. He's like, I need your help. Like, chat's torn. And he sent me a picture of it's the Wolf Sekiro versus Naruto Sage Mode. And I was
Is
like,
that tough? I
yeah, I
am
was
not
like,
familiar with Naruto's game.
well, I'm sitting here, it's like, why are people confused? This doesn't even seem like a fair matchup.
Can't Naruto like I've seen a clip of
The
Naruto
answer
in
is
that mode and
Naruto.
he's riding a giant toad.
Oh,
It's
hold on.
pretty
What was
sick.
the matchup again?
It was Sekiro, the wolf, versus Naruto Sage Mode.
Oh yeah, Naruto's cleaning.
Yeah, I was
Naruto's
like, is this
broken,
even a...
dude.
I was like, wait, I thought he was like memeing. Like, this is a serious question.
This is a
I don't
serious
like.
question.
I don't see this really being much of a matchup.
I don't either.
So.
Doesn't Naruto's giant toad just stomp on Sekiro and he wins?
First off, I mean, he could, but yeah, that was the best part of Naruto, bro. When he comes,
When he
I see
comes,
yeah. But when he comes to fight Pain after his training arc, Sage Mode, everyone's downtrodden. Everyone's getting
oh
rocked, and then
man,
Naruto just shows up like.
yep.
Why is he on the big frogs though? What's with the big frogs?
And then the
when
show
he
takes a
shows up?
nosedive after that.
And it picks up
Like
at the end,
what
but
are
it
the
took
frogs?
So the frogs are summons, basically. Think of FF summons, but like
Okay.
he's summoning his homies.
They're like
Okay. I like that
I
there's
think so.
a giant one, but then it's little compared to the giant one, and then there's a giant one on the giant one.
You know how? Okay, so in Chainsaw Man, how they like
Yes.
connect with a demon,
Correct.
sort of
Definitely,
like that. It's
A lot like that, I'd say.
a
They basically make
like
a contract.
yeah, more or less, because like some people can summon certain animals or whatever, or have connections. He trained and learned to summon specifically these toads because he learned from Jiraiya.
Okay. And Jiraiya likes toads.
Jiraiya, big toad man. But yeah, so I don't think that's. I don't know. As a person who has played Sekiro and beaten it, unless you know there's some hidden lore that I missed. Sorry,
Yeah,
I think he
Naruto
gets cleared.
sweeps.
I think so.
That's a good one to start off, though.
Yeah, so we have that one. And then we asked all of you guys over on Twitter. Now, this is tough for me. We got a lot of these questions with this specific character. And, you know, I'm going to get some flack, but I never watched too much. And I didn't know. But people seem to hold this character akin to, like, Jesus. I think some people will be like, yeah, dude, he would clear Goku, which is, like, so bizarre to me. It's been 10.
Dude,
I guess
Goku's
I don't know.
Goku is clearing everyone at this point.
Bro, cringe ass show. Ben 10, cringe.
I never
Goku
watched
is
much, but
clearing
apparently he's like
everybody.
You didn't miss
reincarnation of Jesus Christ himself.
No, Ben 10 is so over. What Ben 10's not even clearing One Punch Man, bro.
Ben
all
10
right?
is 10. All right, let's just get that out
Ben
of the
10's
way.
not even clearing One
And can't
Punch
even
Man.
close with the hot chick that's with him. All right.
Yeah, if he can't pull, if he ain't got no game with women, bro, how's he going?
Like low riz. Sure, okay. So here's my thing with Ben 10. Ben 10 like came out when I just hit like 13, just when I was like edging out of like the phase of cartoons, and my little brother loved Ben 10, which meant I hated it. So I rate Ben 10 so low that like, who was Ben 10 fighting? Goku or something?
See, like Mr. Yeager says it would be equal because Goku isn't human, so his watch would just turn him into a Saiyan. See, I don't know what this whole watch thing is.
No,
well,
I
the
just
watch
know
turns him to like aliens.
I watched a couple episodes and he turned into like a weird lizard. Like I don't, is it that good? That's what I don't understand.
I'm with you. I think it's a weak ass.
Goku
watch.
clears and Ben 10 people are coping. Let's just keep that. Let's just keep it a $150. All right, dude.
Yeah, like
he apparently got some dog in his watch that it turns him into any alien.
And I've seen Goku whip
and
any
Goku
alien's
whips
ass.
every alien's ass. All right,
True.
so
And I mean, if we think about it, like, is it canon? I'm assuming if he turns into it, it doesn't automatically mean he knows how to pilot it, sort of thing, right? Like, if
I
he turns
guess.
into Goku, I imagine Goku has a better sense and autonomy of himself than Ben 10 being a Saiyan
Hey, you want me to keep
and
it
knowing how to
real?
fight. I don't know.
Ben 10's gonna have to fucking morph into Jiren, and he's still losing.
Because right here, there's also another one. Ben 10 versus the entire Justice League.
Yeah, what?
Can he? So I'm
See, that's
assuming
absolutely a Batman with prep time one. Batman would absolutely clear this 10-year-old idiot.
Batman's sitting here like, guys, it's so easy. We just EMP the watch.
Okay.
What?
Let me
There's got to be
read
something
the
around that, but
powers
like,
of the watch.
we literally just EMP burst him, right?
The Omnimatrix, better known as Omnitrix, was a watch-like device attached to Ben Tyson's wrist at the beginning of the series. The device is a portable library of intergalactic genetic data that allowed the wielder to alter their DNA at will and transform into a variety of different alien species, each with their own unique abilities. There you go. That is exactly what the watch does. So it's like a database for genetics, and he can turn into alien, which doesn't seem that crazy.
The way I see this, it's Omni-Man fight, except he thinks he's Omni-Man and he just gets cleared. That's how I see it. He's like, I'll take you all on.
Can I ask
and then
you
they
guys
just
one?
destroy him. But again, I guess I'm biased because again, I don't know this whole Ben 10 thing. I don't know.
I'm not familiar with Ben 10's game, but I think he's ass. One I was kind of thinking about, and it's kind of like the Superman versus Superman, but what do you guys think Omni-Man versus Homelander?
Oh, I'm with everybody else.
Oh, Omni-Man's clearing.
Omni-Man clears so easy.
Homelander is like, Homelander's pretty like strong, and don't get me wrong, he's probably equal to like Superman tier, but like Omni-Man is like it's the Viltrumite genetics that set it apart, because like Omni-Man wins on the fact that he regenerates on like fatal blows alone. You know what I mean? Like Superman getting killed by like farts, dude, like this dude's done. Versus Goku versus like Omni-Man like getting stabbed through the heart, and he just be able to, oh lol, I just regenerated because I'm a Viltrumite, lol, fatal blows don't kill me, lol, you have to do better than that, lol. Whereas fucking what's his name?
Homelander?
No, in Superman. In
Doomsday?
Dr. Doom?
Doomsday shoves a spear through Superman's heart, and Superman is like, I'm dead. Oh, Omni-Man would just be like, yeah, give me a week, I'll be good. So
see, the other thing too,
clears Homelander.
The other thing about Homelander, so many people point out too, is like he's kind of strong, but the problem is he's never had a real fight.
Exactly.
Like, he doesn't even know how to take a punch without it being like, what? Because as soon as somebody was able to like stand up to him, he's like,
yeah, no one's ever punched him hard enough.
He's like, whoa. Whereas a lot of these other people, like Omni-Man, is used to getting dirty.
Planet, like he fought his whole planet had a BR, and whoever was left,
I think like that alone, Homelander is just like
is he like Goku
he's a pampered
level,
boy,
where it's like nothing can really beat Omni-Man, like, because I feel like that's the ultimate one is Goku Omni-Man, because like I don't think no other two fictional heroes really.
I don't think Omni-Man's at that level. I think Omni-Man compared to the other supers is definitely really ridiculously strong.
Like Omni-Man versus Jiren. Who do you have in that one?
Jiren's clearing. Like,
Omayowo.
Anything
Dragon Ball's clearing just about any other media for the most part.
They do the just power sort of creep, be pretty. Yeah.
The power creep from Super was big.
Well, that's why when I watched the original Dragon Ball this couple years ago, and I've talked about it, it's like, man, they're literally sitting here throwing punches in a martial arts tournament. No powers, nothing.
And now Goku's fighting God.
And now they're fighting for universes, fighting above gods.
Yeah, exactly.
Power creep is okay in Dragon Ball, but everywhere else, everyone hates on power creep. But in Dragon Ball, we don't talk about power creep. It's all right. Like,
look, power creep's tight because like how much farther can Goku? That's the whole story arc. It's like how much farther can the Saiyans go, dude?
Power creep can be a bad thing. In Dragon Ball, though, dude, give me Super Saiyan 28, bro. I don't care.
Dude, what
different color
Super
can his
Saiyan
hair be?
69, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Super Saiyan 69, I'm in.
It's my guilty pleasure. I know it's dumb.
You'll be 70 years old still feeling the same way.
How many hair colors can they go through for Super Saiyan? I don't care. Keep it going.
Just wait till we get like prismatic. All right.
Oh,
but Eren Yeager's
RGB
power creep is a little too high.
Well, just
hey, I never said that. You know, I don't know.
That's because like Dragon Ball, I'm not expecting great writing. I literally watch Dragon Ball just to see dudes fight over and over.
Yeah, it's all about hype, and I know that, and that's why I watch it.
As a show, is just one giant tournament arc for me, right?
Always.
But other shows, when they have power creep, it can just completely ruin things because I'm invested in the actual story or world building, and then I'm like, wait, but this completely
like Attack
negates
on Titan, for
everything.
Instance.
Yeah, so it just completely ruins everything. But in Dragon Ball, that's not what I'm watching.
Okay.
If
you want to read the next one,
sorry.
If there's one that I was just curious to see what you guys thought about Omni-Man and Homelander's powers and where they lie.
We've got Datto versus the Destiny the Game subreddit.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna take like the average. What I would think is like the average mod of that subreddit versus Datto, and I think it's gonna be pretty even. I think it's gonna be, I don't think Datto is, dare I say, the strongest of humans, but I think mentally he's very strong mentally.
This is more of a game of mental chess.
I think so too, and I think the person fighting Datto on the subreddit would have a little bit more dog in the fight, and Datto would be like, well, I guess I'm fighting type of thing. But I think like halfway during round 2, Datto's kind of down on himself, and then it kind of just like, that day one like clicks, and then Datto kind of, you're the best around, and like slowly comes back in the fight. Doesn't necessarily knock the guy out. Maybe necessarily doesn't even win the fight, but he won the heart of everybody watching, including the subreddit. And by the end of the movie, the subreddit and Datto find common ground and no longer have beef with each other.
Yep. I think Datto clears.
Datto clears easy.
Aang from Avatar versus Korra from Avatar.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. One more time. I just need to double check this. I just want to double check we're not doing like any stipulations. It's just raw, right?
Aang versus Korra.
Yeah. I'm gonna say young Aang versus like on show power.
If it's
I'll say by the end of Avatar, end of Korra. Like
I would say raw.
Like they meet.
I would say raw power, probably Aang. But I would say tactically Korra.
For me, Aang clears.
But obviously, like, I don't know, it's so weird because like they're at such different age. Like you have young Aang, who I do think young Aang has like more raw power. I do think Korra
more refined,
has more battle experience by the end of her show, right? Because she fights like she fights the fucking Hall of Fame of villains, like just over and over. Whereas Aang just kind of had to worry about a couple of emo siblings and was fight. So, but we also see Aang at like adulthood, and Aang adulthood is just like clearing everybody easy. So it's like,
pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
It's your boy Blue, back at it again, talking about how Manscaped can help you in those grueling summer months coming up. Listen, I don't want to talk about your balls. I'm tired of talking about your balls. I'm tired of talking about my balls too, to be honest. So let's talk about your overall grooming game. Do you want to be that guy with the Austin Powers chest on the beach this summer, whole hogging it, jungle on your chest, absolutely dripless? I don't want to be that guy. Manscaped is dedicated to helping you increase your confidence and level up your full body grooming game. I can't recommend the trimmer enough. I use it all the time, not just for my chest hair, but also for my face. I sweat a lot during the summer months, and less hair everywhere is better for me. Whether you're trimming your chest or the treasure chest in your pants, this is the best trimmer on the market. The trimmer features a ceramic blade designed to cut hair on loose skin and reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology. Having the right tools for grooming is essential. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. Listen, boys, it's time to get ready for hot boy summer. Go to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG. That is 20% off plus free shipping with the code GG at manscaped.com.
I think it'd have to be show because
I agree. I think
because if we throw in adult Aang, well, it's not fair. He's had what 30 extra years,
and
we haven't
20
seen,
years to be the Avatar, like,
and we never see adult Korra or whatever of like matured, fully realized.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you really see like adult Aang 2 getting down with it though? Like actually really truly getting down with it, or just
little bit, not much, but enough too that you realize he's at the point with the control and stuff that like it's one of those things where like he doesn't have to show much for it to illustrate just how much stronger he is.
Yeah.
But if we're going by into shows, I would actually put Korra because the way I see it, it's essentially like One for All, where every incarnation just keeps getting stronger. So really, like by default, Korra's got a power boost because you got everything before Aang and now Aang.
Yeah, I mean,
and by the end of the show,
is.
Yeah, she finally has all the elements. Whereas, if we're going strictly by by the end of the show, Aang just barely is getting the grasp on fire. He hits his avatar state with being able to control it. So I think for that reason, just alone of like the whole idea of incarnation, I think Korra wins.
See that.
I don't think it's by much though. I think it's close.
I think it's pretty close. I think show-wise, yeah. Show-wise, I would say it's probably pretty close. I'm sticking with. I think Aang definitely just has that raw dog in him.
That dog.
Whereas Korra just has that. Korra never really fights opponents where she can like just let full bending loose. You know what I mean? So she's a little more refined.
She plays sports.
A little more refined in a way.
What I didn't tell you.
A little more measured.
What I didn't tell you is this isn't a normal combat fight. This is a pro bending match.
Oh, Korra clears. Korra clears, not even close. No. Aang's getting mollywopped. Easy.
He doesn't even know the rules, bro. All right.
Aang's just getting... Aang with years of practice in pro bending, Korra still clears.
He ain't got that dog in him.
He doesn't have that pro bending dog in him.
We have Rob versus a kangaroo.
Oof.
Okay, I did see a video.
Kangaroo's clearing. I'm sorry.
Okay, but like this video obviously wasn't your average kangaroo. I don't think this kangaroo was like on HGH power bars, bro. Like
I still think kangaroo's clearing.
Like,
because I think Rob makes some critical mistake where he's
way.
Rob's the type of dude that I think is so mentally clumsy. No shade, dude. Like not to like come at you or anything, but
what
I think
Rob is.
I think Rob is so mentally clumsy, and this isn't like a mental dig. It's more like you guys know how Rob thinks. You guys know how Rob rationalizes.
He's overconfident.
This is an indica and a hybrid. What happens when you combine this?
Yep. You know, Rob has that brain is in there, and it's working, and it works. But sometimes it's like I feel like all it's playing in the head is the and that's it.
Boom. Lately, it's actually Brazilian funk music.
There you go. But I don't know. I feel like Rob just like makes a critical miscalculation, and that's how he loses every one of these fights.
Which, actually, before we get to this, reminds me, because I was listening to the Fallout episode.
Yeah.
It didn't surprise me with Rob. Rob always does this. You all underestimated a wolf, bro. I was like, yeah, I'll take on a wolf instead of a human every month. You're not gonna live, all right? Because we're under the impression. Because like I get it, it's like, well, they usually fight in packs, or like they're more docile. We're assuming this is a 1v1. The only winner that walks out is the one that's alive. So the wolf's like, all right, I'm in prey mode. Let's go. With only what you get, a melee weapon? I don't see it happening. Yeah, because Rob's over here with like I just give him a little chokehold.
Boom, dude. That's I'm ripped his body in half. Like, I ripped it clean.
I'm just saying. Me and the wolf are coming out of that buds. I just don't see it.
I'm holding it on both sides like this.
Why we have fight?
Like, oh my god.
That's me up.
Now
Rob will do that.
I would still take the wolf fight, but not because I think I'm gonna win it. Right? I'm gonna get it over with. Because the thing too about human fights. So we're assuming once a month. You know who you're fighting. The human body is both so resilient and yet
so squishy.
Sometimes so fragile. All that has to happen is you get knocked out once the wrong way.
Yep.
Fall and hit your head once the wrong way, which is a lot easier than your life. You're dead. That's it. Like, or you're a vegetable now.
Yep, exactly.
Taking that chance once every month.
Same. The human body is like, man, I've been through thousands of battles. Or, yeah, this one battle I tripped on my toe wrong, and now my entire leg's broken for the rest of my life. I shattered in 80 million places. It's not recovering type beat.
Yeah, this isn't a novel. We don't have plot armor. All it takes, one hit, one fall the wrong way. Because the other thing too is like, for me especially, like let's say I imagine I gotta fight some 400-pound dude. Doesn't matter if he's not super fit. First off, how am I gonna incapacitate a 400-pound dude if I'm using like my fists? First off, the dude has the power of an elephant. All he has to do is get his hand on me, right? Like that's gonna be a hard battle to win. Because
see this muscle right there? See this thing?
Let's assume this is a 1v1 in a ring. I'm not gonna outrun.
Get out of that.
I'm just saying, there's way too many variables. So with the wolf, I go in expecting to lose. I come out alive, that's a nice bonus. And then I get to move on with my life. But the crippling anxiety of knowing every month.
You're repeating what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to do that every month. I have to fight this dude again. I might die because something happens. That's why I didn't want to do it, you know? So I just feel like...
Gouge the eyes.
No, Rob.
To the throat.
I saw this video recently.
Right here.
The other morning. Two brown bears fighting each other. That's when I realized, no. It doesn't matter who I'm fighting, bro.
Did you see I think we maybe saw this. They're literally like ripping each other's fur off, like with their like you literally see like fur flying. Like
the crazy thing is, there are some people who like will say like, yeah, I could take a bear.
See, even I know.
Bro, a brown bear couldn't even take down a brown bear. Like, they're fighting. The thing too is like their body, their fur is essentially super elastic, plated armor. They have claws to gouge you out. But bro, like no shot, bro. That's what's like. There'll be very few mammals. There are very few predator animals. You can be like, hey, you versus animal, who do you think wins? Bro, I'm going to say the other thing 9 times out of 10. Assuming we don't get to bring a gun. Now, if we get to bring a gun, maybe. Because even then, it's tough. Like there was.
Look around you. We did win, bitch.
There was a story of a guy who was found dead in a cabin by a brown bear. The brown bear was dead. But the thing is, the brown bear came into this dude's cabin. The dude shoots it point blank with a shotgun. and the bear still continues to live long enough to take him down with him. Like, there ain't no way.
It's a bad shot, though. So you gotta put
Rob,
that thing to the jugular. You put that
you're
thing right here.
Right
gouge
now.
the eyes.
Rob.
Right, you're telling me you see this little thing right here?
If we ever have like,
brown bear's getting out of that?
If aliens ever come down, they're like, bring your best champion. I know I'm gonna forsake humanity, but I'm gonna be like, Rob, get in there, and I get to just see Rob just.
Well, and then I'll be like, takes a step.
There you go, and then humanity all dies, but whatever. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, dude. And then I'm like, Killmonger. I'm like, this is your king. Everyone's like, oh my god, like.
Rob's like, dude,
then, like,
see that little alien neck, dude? Oh, that's
eyes.
easy.
He gouged them. My eyes. And then he's like, and then I'm like, bitch, like, boom, right there, like. And then everyone's like, Rob, he said no. He said no. And then I'm like literally staring at you guys while I'm choking the life out of him. Like,
yeah,
just
for sure, man.
You. Like, just...
For sure, man.
Anyway, kangaroo clears Rob. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's
the roided up ones, yeah. But like, if we're talking like I'm in a forest and like
you're getting cleared regardless.
I grab the Joey and I go, "Is this what you want?" I go, "Is this what you want, man?" Snap the Joey's neck as the mom thinks I gave it up. Boom here, choke out the kangaroo as the kangaroo looks at its dead Joey on the ground.
For sure, man.
You're not even getting to the eyes. Secondly,
you're not even getting to the Joey.
They're gonna rip out your intestines quicker than you could get anywhere close to them. They go on their tail. They have that little thing on their feet where literally they just rip out your stomach. They rip out your intestines. That's what they do.
That's what that's going to be you. Outdo.
That's going to be you.
See, I said a Joey, so I'm assuming I'm fighting a mother in this situation. And the Joey is a very intricate part because then as I grab Joey, she, lets her guard down a little bit. And then she thinks I have a heart, kill the Joey, kill her.
I rest my case, kangaroo clears. We have Floyd Mayweather versus Ryan's World. It's like a fake Photoshop
Mayweather
poster.
Would take that kid to a. I want Ryan to go 12 rounds with Floyd. I don't want Floyd to make it quick and easy on him. I want Ryan to suffer, man.
I agree.
His videos, man, was ass.
He makes like 40 plus million just from toys a year.
Dude, I literally, so like when we were watching like the kids, like when we first started watching, I was like, I'm gonna go get them Hot Wheels because like Hot Wheels was a cool toy when I played, right? There was a little section at Target of Hot Wheels, okay? And then there were 2 dedicated aisles, like to Ryan's World toys. And then I bring him, like he comes home and goes, I want to watch Ryan's World. And then I proceed to watch a family playing a pool for 40 minutes. So I hope Floyd takes Ryan to Pound Town.
I think we're underestimating Ryan's pull. Because here's what I'm assuming. Floyd Mayweather could gather as many of his stands as he could, right?
Yeah.
Like, gather an army. You're not taking over Ryan and the billion kids, bro. All right? He just has to call to arms his viewers. It'll be like the bees that suffocate and kill others just by overheating. That's all they have to do. Numbers upon numbers.
Sure,
so if this is like army versus army, I think Ryan clears. 1v1? All right, yeah, Floyd takes it.
I would hope.
I would hope. I don't know. Ryan could give him a good enough deal.
In a reading competition, I think Ryan may have Floyd beat. Floyd.
No, let's not.
Floyd
okay, man.
What? I'm like 50 Cent.
There's a meme here, and it's Batman versus Goku. Come on now.
Come on, man.
I'm a Batman stan, all right? But
I don't think there's like much that beats Goku, unfortunately. Like I think
No.
he's the one where it's like
Goku's
he wins.
one of those. Yeah, it's
Goku
not really
is
fair.
him.
Yeah, he
When you
wins.
say
Like
when you say who is him, it's Goku.
Like, and unfortunately, I think anybody that's like, well, wait a second, like, no, they don't.
I'm trying to find some good ones here. Excuse me. This is interesting. Okay, assume there's a Skywalker family battle royale. So
Anakin.
Yeah, you got Luke, Anakin,
Anakin's clearing.
Kylo, and technically
Not
Palpatine
Rey.
and Rey.
Not Rey.
No,
Rey's
not Rey. Not in my Skywalker family.
No, there's no writing is making Rey
No.
win. But Anakin would clear.
Yeah.
I mean, are we including like Anakin is his own thing and then Darth Vader is still like there?
I still think Anakin cleared.
Like
I still think Anakin clears because Anakin the only reason Anakin lost to Obi-Wan is because Obi-Wan was his mentor and Obi-Wan knows all his hard counters.
But that's why, because everyone's like, dude, dark side's not cool, bro. The rage blinds you. The rage also powers you up, bro. All right? Anakin, right before he, gets put in the oven and got medium well done, I'm thinking, I'm thinking he takes it.
I still take Darth over that Anakin. Because I think that Anakin is angry, but Darth Vader's even more angry than that Anakin was. You know what I mean?
But Darth Vader is nerfed. Like, that's his whole point.
I mean, is he though? Like when that Rogue One scene, I think we all kind of forget.
No, yeah, he's absurdly broken because Anakin's natural force powers are broken. But the whole point,
you're saying he's charred up and being in that
the
suit.
whole point, the whole existence of Darth Vader is to be nerfed.
I guess.
Plus, like Luke, for instance, doesn't even get to start training until he's how old? He lost a lot of that. Kylo, I mean, I guess we never saw it too much, but I never felt like Kylo was like super.
No, Kylo was never like.
Kylo's kind of a bitch.
Anakin's got that dog. I think Anakin takes it.
I agree.
Okay. Doom Guy versus Kratos.
Oh, that's hard. Why would you do that?
God. I mean, Doom Guy is pretty badass. Like he literally like the things that Doom Guy does, like I think when I was playing it, he like takes like a giant bullet out of like a cannon and then puts himself into it and then like shoots it into like a planet, and that's how he gets to the planet or something like that.
But enlighten me on the lore. Is it him or is part of it his suit?
No, it's pretty much just him.
Is it just
like
him?
Yeah, it's pretty much just him. Like his armor like protects him, but it doesn't give him like any enhanced abilities, I don't think.
Doom Guy is that guy. Doom Guy's got that dog in him.
Yeah, Doom Guy is just overpowered. Like I don't know like the lore that is Doom Guy, but I do know that he got hands.
I feel like that would be a pretty even match.
Are we talking?
I'm struggling.
Are we talking Greek God of War, or are we talking the new kind of? Because I think the Greek one is stronger than the one we 100%.
New Kratos is definitely like holding
Kratos
back, but that's his whole that's his whole story arc though.
Yeah.
But let's say he doesn't hold back.
Okay, so we're talking the whole encompassing of him. Then probably him, because because people forget. I think he killed every god in like Pantheon. Greek mythology, and then he got his god status revoked, killed everybody in the underworld, and then killed everybody again, or something like that.
I think Kratos takes it, but with that said, I don't think it's like a walk in the park.
Oh, 100%. I agree.
I think
with that.
I think they're going 12 rounds, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah, I would pay for that. I'd pay for that fight.
Love to see that.
That's a great fight.
300 Spartans versus 300 powerlifters in a bodybuilding competition. Someone said,
I would take this.
This guy said, he said, fight, Brandon, not one of your erotic fantasies.
That's all right, Brandon. We'll indulge you because it's hot. I would probably actually still take the Spartans because I think they're just naturally stronger. They may not know the exercises that the bodybuilders have practiced, but I think with their natural strength, I think it'll just be like, oh, you want me to power clean this bar? It's like okay, like I think it'll.
See, I think
Spartans.
I think powerlifters clear.
Really?
The difference is
they know the exercise.
Yeah, Spartans would be naturally built. They gotta have like the all-around strength. But the advantage of powerlifters is they work specifically to hit big numbers on these very specific. Because like if it was some sort of test for all around and more practical, Spartans take it. But powerlifters working on the specific thing. Plus, we got a lot nicer vitamins than Spartans did back then, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm assuming, not all these powerlifters are all natural. And even if they are...
these are Roman Spartans, right? Not like Master Chief Spartans, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Because otherwise that's not even remotely close. So I think powerlifters, just because they are... That's their thing. And again, like the way training and nutrition, diets, vitamins, all that stuff have come to, way different than what it was back then. Tacos versus burritos.
Tacos.
Are we? I'm gonna quote Hot Rod here. If we're talking prison rules, I'm gonna take the taco.
What?
If the battle, the way I see the battle is which one's going to wage the most war against my butthole? The burrito clears.
I'm clearing both of those because my butthole is ironclad from eating Mexican food my whole life.
There's way more stuff that can fit in that burrito that'll mess me up.
And then in your butthole?
I think burrito takes it for me.
Taco dub, because there's nothing better than a good, proper Mexican taco. IMO.
Now see, for me, bowl clears them both. But I moved away from the tortilla.
Tortilla?
It fills me up too much, and it takes away from it.
See,
give me the good feelings.
I've evolved to double wrap. Because they fuck up wrapping the burrito all the time, and I'm just trying to double wrap it. It's almost impossible to fuck. If you fuck up a double wrap, your ass.
Bro, I'm taking you out. You had 2 chances, my dude. The problem with some of these too is there's some anime characters I don't know them, so that makes it hard. Ooh, interesting. More so for me. 40K Space Marine versus Master Chief.
That's tough.
I mean, is it though? Master Chief just seems kind of like that guy. You know what I mean?
And I would probably.
I don't know a lot about. I don't know a lot about the Space Marine lore. I know that they're super badass and stuff, and
they're essentially Spartans in Warhammer 40K.
But I don't think the average Space Marine has that dog that Master Chief has in him. I think you're taking the best Spartan versus the average. If there was a 40K Space Hammer was Tim is the best one. So if you're taking Tim the best one versus
they're not taking
Master
the best
Chief.
Spartan round. They're taking the only Spartan.
True.
There's not a lot to pick from. It depends on where we're...
Okay, then give me Chief then. That makes it even more. He's fighting for his he's the last one.
He's got waifu debuff, bro. He's a simp.
That's true.
Whereas 40k Space Marine, they're just like, glory to the God Emperor. Who cares? Like, they're overzealous. Not to mention the whole thing too about Warhammer is like, it's supposed to be ridiculous and over the top. And so the stuff they're fighting, like some of the races they're fighting against would put like the Covenant to shame, and that's what they're clearing constantly. The way I look at it, but
so like you're thinking a Space Marine would clear the Covenant so much easier than Master Chief did it.
I think so, but in a 1v1, I think it's close. But I do think I'd take the Space Marine, which is sacrilegious, but
just shows how far you've come as a person.
That's what we call character development.
Actually, one of the guys I'm hanging out with this week, or I guess two of them. One paints the Marines, and the other they have like nights where they play like the board game and stuff.
See, now this guy says Space Marines versus Destiny Guardians, and that almost doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, see, Destiny Guardians aren't fair because they just respawn. Like that's
Immortal.
That's actually like in their thing. Like they genuinely like if you beat a Guardian, it'll come right back at you. Like
so unless the Space Marines know how to take out the ghost and all that kind of stuff,
which they won't. Yeah, first run, and that like all Guardian needs is like that first like I gotcha, bitch.
They're essentially like Goku, where they're just like, oh, okay, word, I got it now. After 43 wipes, I get the mechanics.
Yeah, I just had lunch, I just refueled up, like, I'm good to go, like, I know I have you downloaded.
Plus, they obviously have all the space magic. Does make that pretty difficult. Like, I don't know how Space Marine's going to handle Thunder Crash. Let's be honest.
Spoilers.
That one's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I
think I might have some.
Superman versus Thanos with all the stones.
Oh, I feel like Thanos wins that.
Yeah, I'd probably pick Thanos just because with that you literally get to just pick anything you want, right? Like.
Yeah, I feel like with all the stones, like the whole point is, like, what do you do? Because I'm trying to like, I know Superman's OP and like, but against my dude with all the Infinity Stones, I think the biggest problem would just be your creativity. Like if you're wielding all the stones, you're gonna have to know how to use them. But I think if Thanos has had some time to, pilot the 5 stones, I
feel like at that point, he's already it's over.
He is everything. So I would take Thanos. It seems like a trick question though, but I feel like it's Thanos.
Yeah, I would also pick Thanos.
I would still pick Thanos. Plus, he has a massive purple cock, and I don't think Spider-Man's beating that. Nope. Spider-Man and Superman's beating that.
Okay, wait, I have one here. I actually think this is very interesting. And we're going to say, you take out the love, he's a rando guy. Mr. Fruit versus Arios.
What? Oh, Arios. My God. Arios is clearing. Not even close. Arios is super tall, and Arios is built like a brick house.
Not only does he have 30 to 40 pounds of muscle on me, he's got almost a foot. And you throw, what does that equate to in reach?
At least 20 inches.
Yeah, he clears me every day.
You know what? I think Mr. Fruit clears.
Oh.
That's a hot take.
Do you know why?
Okay.
I think Mr. Fruit clears because Arios is a gentle giant. And I think fight or flight kicks in. You have to fight someone. I think Arios would be like, well, hey, bro. And then Mr. Fruit just goes to the jugular. Mr. Fruit leads with a nut kick. And then just
flying,
goes in.
Not a flying high knee, a flying nut kick. Boom.
Yeah. Arrow's like, "What's up, Brodo?" And then Mr. Fruit's like,
"Hey, hi, how are?"
He goes. Mr. Fruit goes for the hug, and then right in the balls, and he's down. Gentle Giant's down.
It feels so bad though. That's
No,
why
you
you'd have to
wouldn't, 'cause you'd
take
be
the
fight or
love.
flight.
Yeah, you'd have to take the love out because I couldn't do that though.
This is actually a really funny one. 9/11 vet Rob on acid
Here we go.
versus ketamine treatment Fruit.
Rob takes that.
Bro, I busted out of like 6 police like the holds when I was on acid. I swear
Even
to
if
God, I was a
Rob's not
different
entirely
animal.
sure, it would be like the monkey on a typewriter theory. Eventually, Rob will get it right. Meanwhile, I am reclined in a chair and I'm gone, bro. Like, nothing makes sense. I'm lethargic. I can't move. I'm dizzy.
Well, just swinging like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to. I would like. It wouldn't even be move. It would.
Well, you can't even like comprehend what it looks like when you don't have a blindfold on, too. Like you don't.
Yeah, it's trippy. So like, I think I lose that every day that year.
Yeah, I think 9/11 vet Rob at some point would take a bite out of your throat because I was fucked up.
The way I almost look at it is like I'm on a downer and he's on an upper. They're just.
You're not a sucker.
We're both.
I was the highest man on the planet for like 20 minutes. Those are the ones I had.
We have Geralt versus Godzilla.
Geralt is getting cleaned. What?
Yeah, like Godzilla is gonna just.
Geralt dies off radiation alone, proximity.
Yeah, I don't see a world where Geralt takes that dude down. Because also spoilers, it's not like his silver is gonna do extra damage to Godzilla. He'll be essentially toothpicking Godzilla at best. His signs. They ain't gonna help him. They ain't gonna do that much. His Igni or whatever, like his flame blast would be like not even a burp for Godzilla. It'd be nothing. I think Godzilla just doesn't matter what iteration from what movie. I think our boy's gonna lose. I'm sorry. But now if it's Henry though, well then of course Henry's Geralt wins.
Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%. Whatever he said.
It's the chiseled jaw alone would stop Godzilla in his tracks. A crabcodile, which would be a fusion of a crab and a crocodile,
Okay.
versus a turbeaver, a combination of a turtle and a beaver.
Oh shit.
So one super offensive and one super defensive.
That crabigator sounds terrifying. Probably that.
Crabcodile.
Have you seen a video of a turtle getting in the jaws of an alligator? The alligator doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, the alligator annihilates the turtle.
It'll break
actually.
that fucking shell. It doesn't care.
But
like, and now you have the jaw power, and now you're combining the jaw power and like the claw power that a crab has, and amplifying it by how much by making it as big as an alligator.
But counterpoint, all right. Over eons of evolution, the turtle and the beaver have combined, and the beaver has brought its best dam-making possibilities into its own genetics, and so its shell has become its dam, and it is over time hardened this thing to become impenetrable. It would be like a jawbreaker in the crabcodile's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be mean,
like, and all the teeth gone.
But this is like insane levels of cope right now.
Nah, bro. This is like in The Other Guys when Will Ferrell's talking about the fish versus the lion.
So let me
that's
put
how
you
this would go
into comparison here. So an alligator have the strongest bite, force measured. Okay, 2,000 pounds per square inch. For comparison, a lion's bite is 600 pounds per square inch, and
Oh, I
humans
could
are
take a lion.
120 pounds.
Get him right here.
Like 2,000 pounds, like that is unreal. The only thing that has more is a great white shark.
Okay, but what is it going to do in the face of the beaver-like tail that will just slap continuously? You know, he tries to approach.
No, I think Fruit has a point.
Yeah, I think the crocodile wins here because the other problem too is how does the turbeaver ever win?
Just sits there.
Like it would have to be about, or like maybe it's hardened its shell so much to where it can't be completely broken, and so the crocodile swallows it, and then the idea is it's like a Jonah and the whale situation, and then maybe the turtle just like busts its way out of its stomach, but that's the only way I think it would even have a chance, and I don't think it's making it that far.
Yeah.
So I think Okay, well, see, this one's bizarre to me. Okay. This guy says Kyogre versus Groudon before Rayquaza broke it up.
What?
Yo,
Come on.
It was never
you
a fair
know who's
fight
gonna win
in the first place.
You know who's gonna win that.
It's not even close. Like,
yeah,
I don't know
like,
who was like.
When you saw, even as a
epic
kid, when I
face
saw
off.
that, even as a kid, I saw that, I was like, Groudon?
The Groudon's sitting on a little thing of land, like rah rah, and Kyogre's like, bro, like 80% of this world is my home, bro. What you gonna do?
So you guys are a Kyogre.
Yeah.
Kyogre's clearing Groudon. Now I will say, Primal Groudon clears Primal Kyogre, but that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the base, the OG, when Rayquaza had to break it up.
Yeah.
Rayquaza broke it up? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Rayquaza broke it up because Rayquaza was like,
ladies.
Hey, you guys stop doing this. The environment is not for you to fuck up. Like, chill.
He's like, I was trying to
What is
sleep, bro.
Rayquaza kind of like? So Groudon is water, or no? Kyogre's water.
Rayquaza's air.
Oh.
Rayquaza
Isn't
like
Lugia air?
No, Lugia is like the deep sea homie.
Siren or whatever. Yeah.
So Kyogre's like, ooh, water, but like Lugia is like the guardian of the sea.
I see.
It's different.
And then what's Ho-Oh if he was Sky and
Ho-Oh is like, well, Ho-Oh's not Sky. Ho-Oh is more like, is pretty literally like the Pokemon's interpretation of the Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah.
I see.
Which is evident because of Ho-Oh's thing that it gives you. It's like the Sacred Ash or something, and it full heals your whole team on command.
That's kind of interesting. Toph versus Gara.
I don't know who Gara is.
No, Toph does not clear because
Gara's the dude
Gara
with the
late
sand
game,
gourd in Naruto.
Yeah, I know. Gara late game clears Toph.
Is he the one that takes off the weights in Naruto?
No, Lee beats that guy's ass.
But he's who's fighting, yeah. See, the only thing is that Toph could theoretically just bend all of Gara's sand. Well, yeah, actually. Because I was going to say, even if he puts it into the air, but she could still bend it in the air, but maybe she would have a harder time detecting it in the air. And that would be it. But otherwise, I feel like she's just a hard counter. Because everything he would throw, she'd just bend. So then I guess it would be a struggle of who could control it more. It would be like a tug of war. Because if her bending is technically more powerful than his ninjutsu on the sand. So as far as I see it, it's a standoff because we'll never know who would have ultimate control over the sand. So nobody wins.
Nagar clears.
One Punch Man versus All Might at peak power.
Oh, I feel like we still don't know the full power of One Punch Man. I don't think we're ever gonna know. I think that's the bit. So I feel like in a fair fight, it's impossible to actually know how hard One Punch Man is actually gonna go.
I think,
Although full power All Might is pretty broken. Like One for All is the most busted quirk.
but I think if they're going at it, regular fight, blow for blow, One Punch Man almost seems like a Goku, where it's just like my dude One Punch could like just punch the air and break space and time. Like what the thing would be is, could All Might be quick enough to just get the jump? I feel like that, or like get behind him. But like if they're just like put your dukes up, you know, and they like clash, All Might's going in, but it's hard to think, you know, like a Delaware Smash is going to beat One Punch. One Punch is inherently, the whole idea is he's just stupidly
His whole
strong.
character is like, I'm broken and I'm not supposed to exist in this anime.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm so upset because I can't find anybody who doesn't die in one punch. So.
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Well, this one's impossible. It says the Witness or Thanos. We don't even know what the Witness does.
We still don't even. Bungie doesn't even know what the Witness does, dude.
Yeah.
All we know is he can spawn space shattered mirrors and say what's up.
That was pretty cool though.
And his little skull's floating.
It was cool. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, Bungie doesn't even know what he does yet. All right, dude. So I don't know.
Yeah, so it's impossible to say. Now, I remember seeing a lot of people argue about this one. What would happen if Gojo fought Saitama, One Punch Man? And I think people are saying I think people are trying to argue Gojo wins because I think Gojo's whole thing is he can't be hit or something. The thing is, I'm trying not to read too much into it because I don't want to spoil things. But I guess like Gojo's whole like infinite eye thing or whatever. The whole idea, I guess, is like he's impossible to hit. So if One Punch could never hit him, all he would have to do is hit One Punch.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know enough. But I have seen people fight this endlessly, so there's at least some nuance to it.
Yeah,
but it would be
I don't know the nuances.
Which also reminds me, new season of Jujutsu Kaisen when? That's all I'm saying.
Didn't they announce it?
Yeah, but like, I want it now.
Oh, okay.
I know they're making it, but
fair.
That first season was so good, and the movie, so sick. But I think it would be. It's at least one where people from both sides are going back at it endlessly. So, Pirates versus Ninjas.
One more or two.
Oh, Ninja's clear. Pirates are a bunch of like drunken, horny losers. And I do like the pirate aesthetic, but you guys cannot deny that pirates are just a bunch of dumb idiots who want loot.
Plus, even if they have home field advantage, which would be like on a ship, still think Ninjas take it. It'd give them the best odds, but even then, like, they have some flintlocks and some sabers. But if we're talking about like the idea of ninjas, hard to hit, elusive, quick, lethal blows. They're not going to be sitting there sword fighting the pirates, which is what the pirates would want to do. So I think ninjas would take it.
Yeah, ninjas clear.
Try one more.
They're actual battle designed warriors, whereas pirates are just a bunch of dumb idiots that are very cool, but also, you know.
Bunch of more Ben 10 ones.
That's so weird that Ben 10 has these stands.
Rob versus a plate of Reese's, but we've already seen that one. We know how that one plays out.
Yeah, I lose.
If I want a good one to end on. What about... Sure. The Ninja Turtles versus Batman.
Probably Batman.
I don't know, man. I feel like people kind of disrespect Ninja Turtles and their abilities.
My argument would be, if we're going by, because the argument for Batman always too is like he's the best detective and he always comes best prepared. If my dude sits down and dissects and comes prepped for the 4 Ninja Turtles, who on the opposite end are known for being much more rash or irrational and headstrong.
Yeah.
They might also disrespect Batman and be like, whatever, we can take this old man. Then I feel like he could maybe... You know, it'd be crazy. He would just show up with a serum to like unturtlefy them. So they go back to just like
anti-turtle.
Yeah, whatever. He would like figure out what transformed them, reverse engineer it, and then they just become normal turtles again. They're like, bro, what the fudge? And then they can't eat pizza anymore. And honestly, if I couldn't eat pizza anymore, I'd want life to be over. So
you hit him with the turtle tuck.
My thing is I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles abilities more, but they're teenagers. I don't think Batman loses to any teenager from any universe ever.
Off of pure Batman alone, Batman would be like, nice try, you dumb little fucks.
I'll put it this way. Even though I still think it's ridiculous, if there's ways where people will argue that Batman can beat Superman, I think Batman could take Ninja Turtles then. Because I've never heard somebody say, bro, there's a way Ninja Turtles could take Superman. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be some big brain thing, but he would end up ultimately taking them on. Because if you think about it too, it'd be like a lot of like the goons he fights around Gotham that he takes tons of on at a time. It's just they have some more flips and tricks. But I think he could pull it off. So,
all right, boys.
Well, if you disagreed or agreed, feel free to let us know.
Then you can absolutely call us stupid in the comments.
I think we were all pretty level-headed, though. I think the only thing I think people will disagree on is my kangaroo one. But again, right here. Thank you guys all for listening to episode 181. I will definitely be coming back with some bachelor party stories, hopefully. I'll make sure I have some good fun down there for you guys in the stories. So thank you guys all. Hopefully, Mr. Fruit, you are 100% next week. I think that'll probably be your last podcast, though, till your surgery. So
I'm going to go numb my throat.
Yeah.
And go on about our lives.
Thank you guys all for listening.
While I continue to break down all the reasons Rob would lose to a kangaroo.
He would.
Or wolf. Or
come on, man. Let me just have one.
I'll give you like 10 kindergartners. How about that? I don't think you're taking 100, but you got 10.
I think it was 40.
I don't know about 40. Bro, you couldn't take 30 Reese's. All right, bro. How you gonna take?
You're not wrong.
So yeah, thank you everybody for watching.
or listening.
See you next week.